She was really independent, and where her flat was great. She could do most things herself, and I would do her shopping for her, the bulk shopping. She still managed to get into the co-op and things because she could still manage to do that, but quite quickly her mobility went downhill. And just things like the washing, that was the thing she found the hardest, getting the sheets out of the washing machine and hanging them up. It was just too much for her to juggle. So the carers started coming in and doing just some of those practical things for her, and helping her with that. And then she was really poorly in hospital, and we brought her home, really not knowing how long that was going to be, thinking, we had no idea, but she really couldn't do anything for herself at that point. So the carers came in and started doing all the basic personal care for her. Not a lot, honestly. So I hadn't been here in the area that long, and we had no need for care services of any description before, for Dad or for Mum. And my dad passed away several years ago, but they'd always been really independent. But where Mum was living in the flats, there was at least one other person who regularly had carers from Homecare come in. So there was leaflets available in the flat. So we looked at that, and we just went with that. It meant that Mum maintained completely her independence, and which was really important for her, really good. The last 2 years have been bonkers, haven't they, with care, with COVID and everything. For me, a huge benefit has been that she's been at home with me. I've been able to see her. So I know that's a bit of an unusual, well, we thought it was unusual. It seems to be going on longer, doesn't it, than any of us thought. But again, I think just helping her maintain some level of independence, and it's great that I have a home that is able to be used for that, which is really good. So I think that's a big plus, the independence factor. Timekeeping and punctuality is brilliant, and we get our timetable, and obviously sometimes things happen, and for all sorts of different reasons, but they are always really good. I think if the rota has to change times, then the office are good at letting us know, which is really good. Sometimes if the care has changed, it's that we don't always know, but with the times we always find out about, so that's really good. They were really good about keeping themselves safe, so all their masks and PPE and stuff, so that was really good. And I think Mum and I are both we're not as cautious as some other people may have been. So I think for some people they were quite nervous about having people come into the home, but for Mum and I, I know that we are on the less nervous end of the spectrum, so we didn't worry about that. Although they were really good and have been safe in having people to come in and just have a different conversation. If Mum had been in residential care, we wouldn't have had the contact, so they just enabled that continued contact to be there and kept her safe. I think know what it is that's important to you. So timekeeping is really important. And I know, as I say, not everyone, sometimes things change, but I know that some of the care companies are not as reliable in terms of timekeeping. It's much more flexible. So I think know what is important to you. For us, Mum is quite hit hard of hearing. So just being able to hear and understand what the carers are saying is really important. Having consistent people. So Mum has the same carer every morning during the week. And that's really important because on lots of different levels, it means Mum feels safe and secure because she knows who's coming and that they know what they're doing. But also because they see the changes in mum. If mum's a bit off color, or you know, if her skin's not in quite such good condition as it was a couple of days ago, there's that consistency there, which is really important, I think, for people's care and well-being. So so we're really fortunate with that, and that's really important to us. And then this, I know it's a big team of carers, but there's a consistency in who comes and in who does. So, you know, there's probably just 3 or 4 who come in and do the evening call generally, or the lunchtime. So mum knows them and feels safe and secure with them, and has a bond, a relationship with them, which is really important for us. Yeah, so one of the carers that comes in at lunchtime, she used to just take mum out for a walk, either around the block or down to the local shop and get the paper and come back. It was great for mum because she loved to be outside in the good weather, and they would, you know, walk slowly round and see all the flowers and have a little chat about what plants and things were going. And it meant that I knew mum had been outside and had a change of scene, which was good for her, and I didn't have to do it, so it saved me the time. And they just loved it, and they come out, and so that was a real blessing to me and to mum.